Well, back here at the United Center, the momentum is building. A lot of energy and star power tonight.
The main purpose of day 3 is to introduce the nominee for vice president to the nation, and Tim Walz got quite the introduction.
Walz, of course, is the governor of Minnesota, the home state of the late musical great Prince. So John Legend rocked out with Sheila E. for a rendition of Let's Go Crazy, and that's just what the audience did. Young and old. There were too many of the entertainers on stage here.
Well, a short time later, it was time for Coach Walz to make the case to voters.
And he did that tonight in a strong fashion.
You know, when I was teaching every year, we'd elect a student body president. And you know what? Those teenagers could teach Donald Trump a hell of a lot about what a leader is. Leaders don't spend all day insulting people and blaming others. Leaders do the work. So I don't know about you. I'm ready to turn the page on these guys. So go ahead. Say it with me. We're not going back.
No doubt this will become one of the most viral moments of the night here. Governor Walz's family, emotional reaction to his speech. His son there, his daughter especially. Gus tearing up for most of the speech, mouthing, "That's my dad," after getting a shout out from the stage.
Bill Clinton also spoke here tonight and reportedly ripped up his original remarks after day 1 of the convention, going with what he said was a more fun and youthful speech instead.
It included references to McDonald's, Harris working there as a student, and him eating there as president.
Now she's at the pinnacle of power, and she's still asking, how can I help you? I'll be so happy when she actually enters the White House as president, because she will break my record as the president who spent the most time at McDonald's.
Take a look here who's sitting next to each other for that speech. Hillary Clinton and Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker. Right now, we have new reaction from delegates and attendees to those speeches.
Our Chris Tye has been our eyes and ears on the convention floor. Chris, what was the response tonight?
You know, it seemed as though, at least from the Illinois delegation, they said it was a big night for the old school Big Ten country. You had, of course, the former mayor of South Bend, Indiana. You had the governor of Minnesota, all taking place here in Chicago. And when Chicago got this convention, one of the selling points was this can be the connective tissue to bring some of the swing states that are adjacent to Illinois into play. And those in the Illinois delegation said tonight, not only did Tim Walz do what he needed to do no harm, which is what they always say about vice presidential picks, some say he might have sealed the deal.
It was powerful enough that we now have the exact message. We have to work this next 76 days, but the package that has been laid out tonight, we do the work, it's done.
I honestly think when people see a decent person like this, someone who knows how to listen to them, who can deal with people who disagree with him, he talked about that. You know, I just think there's no choice but to choose Tim Walz and Kamala Harris. I'm hoping.
On a night where you have orders like Oprah Winfrey and Pete Buttigieg to do what Coach Walz or Governor Walz, whatever you want to call him, he did, and did it sort of in a tight way. This has been a convention where things have gone long. He hit his points, and he got off the stage in a relatively quick amount of time. That also resonated with folks who said, you know what? Be efficient and be effective, and that's what the Illinois delegation feel that Tim Walz did tonight. Joe and Erica.
Chris Tye, very well put. Thank you very much.